episode of Rifle TV in association with MATHEWS Gym. I'm quite fortunate enough to be joined by Steve Maylett, trainer of world champion Terry Flanagan. How are you, mate?
I'm good. You got it a bit better this time. Nearly there. Nearly
last time
there.
I called you Steve Marlowe.
Steve, yeah.
Steve Mignolet.
We're getting closer.
Getting all right. How's things been, mate?
Good, mate. Good. Everything's gone after the little niggle, how it should have gone. So he's in the same position as he always is for his fights, ready to go.
Terry said he wanted to fight even with the niggle. You had to sort of reschedule it and tell him he wasn't going to fight, mate.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's like, innit? I'll be all right, I'll be all right. That's all he ever says to me. But when you're fighting big fights like this, you know you need to be in 100%. So I said, no, let's stick down the professional route, take advice off the physio. We took the 10 days rest and we're here and ready to go.
How confident are you that Terry Flanagan beats Terry Matthews on Saturday?
I think it's an harder fight than what everybody's thinking. They've probably looked at Terry's recent performances. They're looking at maybe some of Terry's fights where he's been beat, but he's on his best winning record for the last 7 years, Terry. Yeah. He's probably in the best form of his life, condition-wise, so I think that's what will make it a harder fight. But Terry Matthews makes mistakes, and sometimes he repeatedly makes the same mistakes. I've seen it in his fights. He gets tagged with shots. 3 rounds later, he's still getting tagged with the same shot. So I think that's where we're going to see the difference.
Do you think we'll see a cagey affair, or do you think we'll see a sort of all-out war with these two?
Terry will go both ways because we've planned for that anyway. But I'm not going to say what I think Terry will do because I don't want them to know that I already know. So when he makes mistakes, we'll take him out.
I've got to say, I'm not sucking your fee. You've done a great job with Terry, taking him from just back the amateurs to where you've taken him. How pleased and how satisfying is it to look back on the work you've done with him so far?
I don't look back on what I've done with him. What I look back on is how proud I am of him. Do you know what I mean? He's my mate, first and foremost. I'm never going to get this again, even if I train somebody else to be a world champion. I'm never going to have that bond, what we've got. I'll be the coach and they'll be the boxer. Now I've trained my mate to become a world champion. It's something special.
That's mental. Have you had a knock-on effect with young fighters or experienced professionals wanting to sort of join the camp, if you like?
No, not as much as you'd think, actually. I don't know whether I'm not very approachable. Some people say I'm not a people's person and sometimes I'm a bit grumpy, but I don't mean to be like that. I'm just probably focused and tired at the time, but no, not as much as you'd think.
Yeah. Strange that, because you thought, obviously you've done a cracking job with Terry, you thought more people would maybe want to sort of try and get involved a little bit, you know?
Yeah, they might end up coming, you don't know. Obviously, some trainers have certain styles, some boxers look for other things. I might not work for everyone, do you know what I mean? It's not like that, but hopefully I'll get a knock one day and we'll get another Terry Flanagan through.
Nice to hear trainers like Joe Gallagher giving you praise. And
yeah, of course it is, yeah.
That sort of level of trainers recognising the job that you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in gyms, haven't we, and stuff, and we're down-to-earth people, so we don't go in there with any attitude. All we go in for is to try and learn from the sparring. So I get on with a lot of coaches, like Billy Nelson. He's given me advice in the past. We learnt a lot of him. When we've been down to Joe's, it's a very professional setup. His lads come in to do what Joe wants them to do and not to try and beat people up in sparring. So, no, when we go around the gyms, another one, Julian McGowan, who had Gary Sykes, I learnt a lot from him. He's a good coach.
On that note, I wish you the best of luck. We'll catch you at the weigh-in tomorrow. Thanks for giving a bit of your time, Steve.
Cheers.
Sorry for laying you off, and I'll catch you at the weigh-in tomorrow.
James, in a bit, mate.